Hey y'all, and good morning. Well, today is a gorgeous day here in Eastern North Carolina, and we're going to be working on lots of little projects today. So Savannah is going to be in the back, and she is going to be working on our chicken coop a little bit. I am going to be in the front and doing some weeding and trimming up some boxwoods. So we're just going to bring you along for all these little bits and pieces of this random day. That's kind of how our Saturdays are. Me and Savannah are finally together and we can get a lot of work done. So we're going to get some work done, and it is gorgeous. Temperature is awesome. It will probably heat up a little bit, and it's definitely going to be humid because you know how it is. But the wind is blowing, so that makes everything more bearable. So come join us today as we get ready to do all of these little projects around the house. Okay, so this is the first area I'm going to be working in, and as you can see, we have lots and lots of weeds. So I want to get all of these weeds cleaned up and trim up our boxwoods and just kind of get this area slicked up because I am going to be getting ready to plant all of our annuals here in the front. So I just want to make sure that everything is looking good, nice and tidy before we get those annuals put in the ground. So let's go ahead and get this weeded, and I'll come back and show you guys what it looks like. So this is our before. So I am going to get started over here beside our Starry Night hibiscus, and I want to show you guys how well they are coming in. They are so beautiful. These will be one of the last ones to bloom in our flower bed, but when they start blooming, they are absolutely spectacular. They have big, beautiful pink blossoms on them. They are so gorgeous. One thing we will have to remember is to treat these for the Japanese beetle. So in May, we're going to do the tree and shrub drench by Fertilome, and we'll get these treated. It's a systemic, so the plant will pull up the Fertilome through the roots there, and then it will keep the Japanese beetles from eating on this plant. We also need to do that with our roses and our fruit trees as well. So this is our weeds that look like beautiful little plants here. They're just growing so good. So anyway, let's get this all cleaned up. Okay guys, so I'm going to bring you in nice and close, but one thing I like to do when I'm getting rid of these really big weeds like this is I like to use this Hori knife. This is the one by Vego Garden, but they also have them, you know, from other companies too. But you can get down in here and you can get that taproot, because if you don't get the taproot, then it just keeps on coming back. So there you go. Look how long that root is. So I don't know what kind of weed this is. If you know, put it down in the comments down below. But that is one weed gone. I think there is a couple here. Same thing, we'll just go down deep, pop that up, make sure we get that taproot, and shake off the soil. Oh, look how much better that looks. Let's keep going. So I'm all finished with that first little section around the Starry Night hibiscus, but I wanted to show you guys where we kind of moved one of our limelight hydrangeas around and how many weeds have already gotten around this plant just because we didn't cover it with mulch. So me and Savannah moved this limelight hydrangea a couple of weeks ago, and because it was just not lining up with the other ones, didn't look right, and it was wanting to kind of go into the hibiscus over here. And so this is how many weeds it's already built up just by not having any mulch. So mulch is definitely important to suppress the weeds, and they just pop up everywhere if you don't. So I need to get all of these weeds cleaned up. And I don't know what the name of this weed is, but it is all over my garden, and it just spreads underneath the ground, and it also gets these little like little flowers on it. And so I guess it spreads by seeds as well, but it's annoying. And also this I don't know, with some kind of little grass thing here, it also comes up everywhere as well. This limelight hydrangea's got a little baby growing off of it. I just noticed that. I feel like it's connected to the base, but I wondered if I could bend this over a little bit and put some dirt on it if it would just kind of like reroot, and we could have another little limelight hydrangea plant. So I've made it all the way around on this side of the porch, and I have this weed. Let me know if you guys have this in your garden too. Okay, this one here, it looks like little clovers. It's 3 leaves, and it has a little yellow flower, so some type of little clover. And then also right here, when I was growing up, I used to call this swamp grass. I don't know what it is either, but it has created this really dense patch here beside our little little drainage thing from our gutter. So apparently it likes the water. And then we also got some little oak trees growing in there too. So let's go ahead and get this up. This one kind of wants to grow like in a little matted pattern. So what I've been found is working with it. It's just kind of sliding this up and over. Yeah, and it's really wet in here, so it must like the wet. That's why this little swamp grass is growing. And then kind of pulling it out after you get it kind of loosened up. So that one didn't have long roots at all, but this one kind of does more of a spreading, which that's nice about that hoary, because you can kind of cut in there and kind of cut it as you go to get those little spreading roots out. Hey, did you get finished with your work? No, you still got to go to Lowe's to get some more wood?
Yeah. And I need to go buy Tractor Supply too.
Okay. Well, look, I've done all the way through here and all the way back through here.
Nice.
Now I'm heading through this patch right here.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, there's a lot. Look at
Doing
all the
really
pine
good.
trees.
Oh, no. All the little seedlings.
Mm-hmm. They're everywhere.
Yeah, I need to get some wood from Lowe's. I'm just not exactly sure what I should get. And then, oh, goodness, what am I doing? And then also go to Tractor Supply and get some food and stuff as well.
Okay.
So I put the chickens back up for right now. They should be fine.
Okay. Sounds good. Update, we just got all of this area all weeded, and it is looking so good. And then I wanted to show you guys, look at this sweet little muscari. We still have one left. Well, a couple little more over there. They have been so pretty, and they just grew and grew and grew. So we planted those in the fall, and I think there were 50 on each side, but they were so pretty. The leaves are starting to die back, as well as the daffodils, so we'll wait till those completely die back, and then we'll trim all that foliage. But everything is looking so nice and neat. So I'm coming out here to dump off my bucket of beads, and oh my goodness, it feels so good back here. This is the area I want to create my little woodland garden, and I cannot wait to work on that this summer when everything is hot. We can be back here in the shade, but I'm going to go and dump this in the back, and I'll get started on the right side. What do you think lives in there? Like, you don't want to get in there too far. Never know what you're going to see. So I think I want to go ahead and tackle these boxwoods on this side, so I can feel like this side is completed. You know how you kind of get in your mind, you just like want to have one spot that it's at least all done. So let's go ahead and get these cleaned up, because they look like they're falling apart, and they have some winter burn as well. It feels nice over here because it is shaded, and that sun is starting to get hot. Where it is burnt back from the winter, like winter kill, I'm gonna go ahead and cut that all the way back. Even though it feels like you're having to chop your plant up It's not going to grow back. It's got a woody stem. Okay, so all of that's done, but now it looks like it's got a big hole in the middle. I think the snow definitely affected our boxwoods this year, even though most of them are rated zones 5 through 9. They've just never had that much snow on them. And it stayed on there for about 10 days. We were covered in snow. These southern girls said, "Woo, it's too cold for my liking." I know it kind of looks funny when I'm doing boxwoods, but I kind of do them up like this. Kind of like you would when you're cutting hair. And kind of get them all the same length. Looking better already. Okay guys, so I'll bring you back when we get finished with all these. My camera's getting too hot. Okay guys, so the sun is going down on all of our fun, but we are all finished. So let me show you what the front yard looks like. Okay, so you remember this morning we started over there with our Starry Starry Night hibiscus, and then we went around all of our limelight hydrangeas. Then I came through here in the front, got all of that done, trimmed up our boxwoods so nice and cute, and then got these boxwoods done for their first haircut. They're looking so good. And then over here, got all of this cleaned up. Y'all, I've already taken my shoes off. So we got all this cleaned up. Only thing that I have left to do is I've got to clean up around these boxwoods, but we are pooped. So we'll come back and get that done tomorrow. But I just want to show you guys what it looks like. And I think it's looking really good. I can't wait to get our annuals in the ground. Thank you guys so much for joining me today as we just get this front garden all cleaned up and ready for our annuals. I hope it gave you some inspiration and some motivation if you need to get out and do the same thing. Sometimes I like those cleanup videos because it gives me the motivation that I need too. But we're going to run and go and get something to eat. Well, first I got to get cleaned up and then we're going to get something to eat. But I hope you guys have a great day and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for gardening with me. Bye, friends.